Hello everyone, it is almost the weekend and you know what that means, episode 2 of Stand By Nuki Zoo's all about. Today I will be soaring you through the wonders of birds. I will be flying you through what makes a bird so unique and how you can find birds in your garden and out on walks. If you want to make notes, now's your chance to go grab a pen and paper and we shall start the presentation.
So let's begin. By the end of this video, you'll be able to understand what makes birds so unique and how you can spot birds in your local areas. On the first slide, you can see a wide variety of birds. Starting off at the top right, we have the Philippine eagle, one of the largest birds of prey in the world. Next to that, we have the colourful scarlet macaw, known for their bright red bodies and beautiful blue wings. Continuing on, we have the European robin, a smaller bird that you may have seen in your garden. Below the robin, we have some emperor penguins who live in the freezing Antarctica. Below the penguins, we have a barn owl, a creature that hunts in the night. We call them nocturnal. They fly so silent, you and me wouldn't even be able to hear it. On the left, we have some mute swans. Did you know swans are bonded for life? This can be called monogamy. Finally, we have a bald eagle, a sea eagle found in North America, Mexico, and Canada. So let's dive into learning about birds. So if you've seen a bird up close or in pictures, you know they have feathers. But did you know they have two different types of feathers? Contour feathers are smaller, that lie flat against the bird's body to protect them from winds, cold weather, and the sun. These feathers also give the body a smooth, streamlined shape for flying. The larger feathers are called flight feathers. These feathers are split into 3 different types: primaries, secondaries, and coverts. Knowing this may help you identify the birds you see. Let's look closer at the feather. Feathers are made up of keratin, the same material as our hair and nails. As you can see, the feather has a hollow shaft and a flat area called the vane. Attached to the vane is smaller branches linked together by smaller branches and barbicles. These the little hooklets. A bird keeps their feathers tidy by zipping up the barbicles. Birds' beaks comes in a variety of shapes and purposes. Below are the most common beak shapes and how they help birds find food. Cracking seeds. These birds have thick, short beaks that are cone-shaped. They use their tongue to hold the seed snugly in their groove between the upper and lower jaws, and use their tough hull to split the seed in two. The purple finch is a great example of a beak used to crack open seeds. Sipping nectar. These beaks are slender, long, and tubular. A bird you may know that has a long beak is the hummingbird. Their beaks help them reach into flowers with long centers to collect nectar. Hunting prey. Birds of prey have a sharp hooked beak that allow them to tear apart and pluck their prey into sizes they can easily swallow, as they cannot chew their food. This osprey shows how a beak for hunting should look like. Drilling holes. A woodpecker is known for drilling holes into trees. But how do they stop themselves from getting headaches? Well, they have a strong and powerful beak made up of layers of keratin that helps the beaks withstand the drilling force. As you are well aware, birds have wings. There are 4 types of wings. Short and rounded wings help birds take off faster into flight. Long and pointed wings provide speed for birds while in the air. Long and narrow wings are perfect for birds who glide. Broad wings help birds soar and glide through the air. Wings aren't just for flying. There are many other benefits like thermoregulation, the maintenance of body temperature. Birds turn their backs to the sun and spread their wings during the day to absorb UV energy to warm themselves up. Soaring. Birds can conserve their energy by soaring. Rising airs called updrafts and thermals help the bird stay floating in the air. Seabirds like the albatross use the updraft of the waves to help them soar. Flightless birds. Penguins use their wings as flippers to help them move through the water, and larger flightless birds like the ostrich use their smaller wings for displays. Migratory birds. Migrating birds have more pointed wings that are larger than their bodies. This helps reduce laborious flying. Here we have a series of birds and their eggs. Birds are known as oviparous. This means they lay eggs instead of birthing live young. Once the egg or eggs are laid, depending on the species, the female or male or both incubate their eggs until they hatch. As you can see on the bald eagle here, there is a small bald patch on its tummy. This is called the brood patch. This allows the eggs to conserve heat from the male or female's body heat. The American robin. This American robin's eggs are bright blue, indicating to any males that their female and her offspring are healthy. Mute swans. The male swan would usually incubate the eggs while the female leaves the nest to feed. Often the males have no brood patch and can't incubate the eggs until the offspring are almost ready to hatch. Bald eagles. Both males and females incubate the eggs. However, the females usually spend more time on the eggs, while the male hunts for the both of them. Both male and female develop a brood patch. Emperor penguins. Males look after the eggs by standing over it and protecting it from the snow by balancing the egg on their feet. The males will stay with the egg for the whole 2 months of incubation without eating. Common murre. These black and white seabirds don't build nests. Instead, they lay their eggs directly onto the rocks of a cliff. The eggs are adapted to be long and pointed to stop them from rolling off the cliff. Mallee fowl. The parents don't incubate the eggs themselves. Instead, they bury the eggs into mold, like this one, layered with compost and sand, to keep the eggs warm. The eggshells have large pores and are very thin, to allow the developing chicks to breathe. Here are just a few of the 622 species of the birds found here in the UK. We have the barn owl, the jackdaw, the blackbird, the common gull or the seagull, a pheasant, a buzzard, a kingfisher, a grey-lag goose, a robin, a mallard, a blue tit, a common crane, a great tit, a grey heron, a starling, a golden finch, a dunlin, and a kestrel. Now you're probably wondering how to find these amazing birds. Well, wonder no more. Here's a few pointers on finding these birds next time you're out. Location. Where are these birds usually found? You won't see a common gull or seagull in a woodland. Find out where the species you're interested in is usually found. Equipment. Unless you have a secret superpower, you may not be able to see any birds up close. A pair of binoculars can help you find those birds you're looking for. Guidebooks. Guidebooks are a huge help to identify the birds you have spotted. There are many guidebooks available online via the RSPB website. Calls. Different birds have different calls. Trying to identify them can be tricky. However, there are apps available that can help identify calls. Coloration. Some birds have really vivid colorings that can help you identify them. Try and see if you can spot some colourful birds next time on your walk.
Thank you guys for sticking around and learning all about birds. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. Remember, all of this is for Newquay Zoo, so please, please, please donate as much as you can. The link to the website will be below in the description. If you have any questions or comments about birds, please leave them below or on our Facebook page, and I will try to answer them to the best of my ability. I hope you enjoy your weekend, go out looking for birds, and remember, starting Monday we have Reptile and Amphibian Week. Enjoy.